welcome to another Finally Friday video. This week I'm starting out with some gray cardstock that I've cut and scored down to a standard size card, which is 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. Then I have some vanilla cardstock here, and then also some pattern paper from K&Co. This is from their Amy Butler paper, and it's the 12 by 12 specialty paper pack. This just happens to be one of the papers that isn't one of the specialty papers. It's just regular printed. But I'm using some of that pattern paper, and I'm just adhering it to the front of that cream cardstock. I'm just using a tape runner adhesive for this. And you'll notice I use my gridded mat, my grid mat for this quite a bit. I lined up the edge of the pattern paper with one of the lines on the mat. That's just so I can get it straight. These are cork sheets from Quick Cuts that you can put through a cutting machine or through a punch. So I use my Fisker scallop sentiment punch to punch out a scallop border. And it does have adhesive on the back of the cork, but I didn't want, I knew the scallop was going to be hanging off the end, so I didn't want to put adhesive on the cork piece. Instead, I put it on top of the pattern paper. And you'll see how easy this cuts in just a minute here. I'm just going to cut through it with scissors. There you go. And then the next thing I'm doing is I'm picking out some fabric brads. This is from the same Amy Butler line from K&Co. And the thing that I thought was cool was on the backer sheet, they also have these kind of like paper brad designs that you can use. So it's kind of a cool way to recycle the packaging. And a lot of the Amy Butler stuff for K&Co has some sort of recycling aspect to it. On the back of the specialty paper pack, there are tags that you can cut out and use later and things like that. So it's just a cool aspect to their packaging, which I thought was just really cool. This is how I'm placing the brads. I've sort of just arranged them, spaced them out how I want them, and then I'm marking it just really lightly. And this is so that I have some sort of idea of where I need to place the brads. You could also just take a ruler and measure it out, but I decided to do that first. And then I'm taking a ruler, a T-square ruler, and making sure that the holes are going to be punched in a straight line. You can get a T-square ruler at art supply stores or anywhere like that. A lot of art supply stores have architectural supplies, and they'll be with the drafting tools at your art supply store. So I'm just punching the holes, and I used a 1/8 inch circle punch for these because the brads are a little bit larger. Normally for smaller brads I use a 1/16 punch, but since these are larger I use the 1/8. And whenever I use brads, I always, after I have them attached and the fasteners pushed down at the back, I always press down on the brad to make sure that it's completely flattened. And see here that I, even though I measured out, it wasn't quite right. So I punched another hole, and these brads are large enough that it covers up any mistakes you might have. So I thought that was pretty fortunate since I spaced it out wrong. Just use some foam adhesive just to attach it to the card. And that finishes up the card this week. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.